Lesson 2.1, Adding Customers. To add customers, we're going to use the Customer Center. Now there's multiple ways of getting to the Customer Center. We can use the blue tab in the middle of the home screen. We can use the icon in the icon bar, pull it down, and go to the Customer Center. Here in the Customer Center, we have all of the information needed to manage the customers. We have the list of our customers, we have transactions generated for that customer, and we have basic customer information. On the customer list, you have a choice as to whether or not to list your customers by last name first, and then first name or first name first. You can choose, just be consistent. You have a column that shows the balance outstanding for that customer, and whether or not you have any documents attached. In the transaction area, you have different ways that you can filter for these transactions. I can look at all sales transactions. And if I want to filter those sales transactions, I can look at the ones that are just open. And I can also change the date. And I can change this to all. There are also 4 different tabs here where you can keep additional information. You can have your contacts available at a fingertip. You can have a list of to-dos, and you can have notes. And notes are very powerful because you can store conversations that you've had with your customers. You can also pin a note so that it will show up here in the top right of the window. You can also change the note as your needs change with this particular customer. And finally, this tab will tell you what emails have been sent. To update your customer information, go to the customer name and double-click. And this will bring you to an area that has 4 different tabs. On the first tab, with the address info, you can edit the customer name. Keep in mind that you can use a nickname for this customer because the real name shows up in this box. This is the information that will show up on an invoice. And it also shows up here in the Ship To box. You have lots of different fields to store contact information. You can even change these fields to suit your needs if you want to keep the Twitter profile, for example. On the Payments tab, you have room to keep the credit card information if you have Intuit Merchant Services. You can keep the sales tax settings that are unique to this customer. And then in the Additional Info tab, you can select the customer type. You can also select the rep for this customer if you have sales reps. And in this area over here, you can see the custom fields that you've created. And we'll talk about custom fields in a little bit. Now you can create customers by going New Customer, and then filling in all these tabs. I caution you about filling in the opening balance field because this goes to a black hole. And then you'll have to call someone like me to straighten out your balance sheet. So please leave this field blank. You can also create customers on the fly. For example, if you create an invoice and you have a new customer, you'll get a window asking how you want to enter this customer. You can quick add, in which case you just add the name and you keep rolling, or if you select Setup, this will take you back to the Customer Center. So there we have it, Lesson 2.1, Adding Customers.